Imagine a city built not of stone and tradition, but of obsession and heresy. A city that rose from the virgin sands of the desert in a matter of months, only to be systematically wiped from the face of the earth less than 2 decades later. For over 3,000 years, the silence of the Amarna desert was absolute. To the ancient Egyptians who followed, this place didn't exist. It was a place of ghosts, a cursed ground where a heretic king tried to kill the gods themselves. We have been taught to look at ancient Egypt as a world of unchanging stability, of eternal pyramids and timeless pharaohs. But Amarna was a fever dream, a radical break from reality that left behind thousands of broken statues and a mystery that refuses to stay buried. Today, we are using the most advanced AI reconstruction technology to walk through the forbidden gates of Akhenaten. We are peeling back the layers of sand to reveal a world that was as beautiful as it was terrifying. Forget the gold of Tutankhamun for a moment. To understand why he was buried in a hurry, we must understand the nightmare his father created. This is the reconstruction of the city of ghosts. This is Amarna, reborn. How do you reconstruct a city that was intentionally destroyed? When the Pharaoh Akhenaten died, the empire didn't just move on. They sought to delete his entire existence. The great temples of Amarna were dismantled, stone by stone. The names of the royal family were chiseled out of every mural. But science has a way of finding the truth in the rubble. Archaeology at the site of Tel El Amarna has provided us with a unique biological and architectural map. Unlike the massive stone temples of Thebes, Amarna was built quickly using small, standardized mud bricks called talatat. Using drone-mapped topography and 3D laser scans of the remaining foundations, our AI has been able to rebuild the Great House and the Temple of the Aten. We aren't guessing. We are following the scars in the earth. But the data goes deeper than architecture. The city's cemeteries have revealed a brutal reality hidden behind the beautiful art. DNA analysis and skeletal examinations of the common citizens show a population suffering from extreme malnutrition, bone fractures, and stunted growth. While the royal family lived in a world of avant-garde art and sun-drenched gardens, the people who built this dream were literally working themselves to death. This is our starting point for the reconstruction. The contrast between the king's divine vision and the gritty, painful reality of the thousands who lived in his shadow. Let us step back into the year 1340 BC, Akhenaten, the horizon of the sun. The first thing you notice is the light. In Thebes, the temples were dark, mysterious places, hidden behind massive walls. But here, everything is open to the sky. Akhenaten's god, the Aten, was the sun disk itself. The temples had no roofs. They were massive courtyards filled with hundreds of stone altars, all baking under the relentless Egyptian sun. Our AI reconstruction brings back the color. The whitewashed walls of the palace are vibrant with frescoes of leaping fish, fluttering birds, and lush papyrus marshes. The floor of the royal apartments is a masterpiece of painted tiles, designed to make the pharaoh feel as though he were walking on water. But look closer at the people. The art of Amarna is strange. In our reconstruction, we see the royal family depicted not as idealized gods, but with elongated skulls, thin necks, and swelling stomachs. This Amarna style was a radical departure from tradition. Through neural rendering, we can see these features in motion. Is it a genetic mutation, or a symbolic statement of a king who saw himself as both male and female? As we walk through the central city, we see the window of appearances. This was a balcony where the royal family would throw golden collars to their favored officials. The air is thick with the smell of myrrh and burning offerings. But move just a few blocks away, and the atmosphere shifts. The workers' village is a grid of cramped, mud brick cells. The heat is suffocating. The dust of the limestone quarries hangs in the air like a shroud. This was the engine room of the heresy, a place of toil and silence, where the only guard allowed was the one the king commanded. And now we come to the man himself, Akhenaten, the most controversial figure in human history. For centuries we only had his distorted statues to go by. But by using the DNA profiles and the skull of the younger lady and the KV-55 mummy, widely believed to be Akhenaten himself, our AI has performed a full biological reconstruction. The reveal. Look at this face. It is a face of a visionary, or perhaps a madman. The elongated jaw, the heavy eyelids, the narrow, brooding brow. This is the man who closed the ancient temples, fired the priests, and declared that he was the only path to the divine. In our reconstruction, we see him not in a stiff pose, but in a moment of private grief. The Amarna period gave us the first truly intimate look at royal life. We see him mourning his daughters, touching the hand of his wife Nefertiti with a tenderness never before seen in Egyptian art. But this humanity came at a price. By focusing so intensely on his own religious revolution, Akhenaten neglected the borders of the empire. The Amarna letters, clay tablets found in the ruins, are filled with desperate pleas from generals and allies for help that never came. As we watch him stare at the sun disk from his balcony, we see a king who has lost touch with the world he was supposed to protect. When Akhenaten died, the dream of Amarna died with him. His son, a boy named Tutankhaten, was forced to change his name to Tutankhamun and return to the old gods in Thebes. The city of Akhenaten was abandoned. The desert claimed the streets, and the sand filled the houses. Today, Amarna is a cautionary tale about the power of obsession. It is a reminder that even the most powerful empire can be brought to its knees by a single man's vision. By using AI to reconstruct this lost world, we aren't just looking at ruins. We are witnessing the struggle of a society caught between the weight of tradition and the fire of revolution. We are looking into the eyes of the ghosts of Amarna, the workers, the priests, and the royals who lived through the most radical experiment in history. The gold of Tutankhamun may have survived, but the truth of his father was buried deep in the desert. Now, through technology, the dust is speaking again. What do you see when you look at the face of the heretic? Do you see a monster or a misunderstood genius? The past is no longer a silent mystery. It is a destination we are only just beginning to map. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the horizon of the sun. If you want to see more lost cities brought back to life, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The ghosts are waiting. Until next time.